What's the Pudge pick about?
It's really good versus the Enigma. A lot of like percentage-based damage that Flesh Heap's good in PL. Yeah. I think the AoE damage, the control, it just kind of helps them out. They need to hear that runs in for them, and he kind of fits the whole budget.
And running in for the other side, though, we have the mid Tusk, something else, you know? You've kind of dabbled in a little bit. I've been talking a bit versus the Coddle, but what about in this game?
It's a little scary versus Puck, because
occupying the dire jungle there, kind of run into Yatoro.
Finds him. Goes in for some damage. They hurl the boulder onto the illusion as they move in and Coil is out. They focus on the wrong PL illusion though. Nice. That was a really well played juke by Yatoro, and now with Maposhka and Toronto Tokyo here, they might all be in trouble. Ame trying to find a target, stay onto it. Brought down somewhat low. They find a hook through the melee of all those creeps. So they lose the Dazzle, but get away on the PL.
Meanwhile, the roll, though, to secure the haste ring for himself on Toronto Tokyo. Now Xingqiu in trouble. Has to throw a toss back, but there's help.
Yeah. Avatos, Walrus Punch, has a haste rune still bottled. So this is going to be a strong moment for Team Spirit if they want to rotate.
The really nice thing right now for Spirit is this Tusk and this Dazzle have so much HP between the two, between the healing, between the Grave, that this Tusk is kind of able to just run in. The Chen doesn't provide much damage. This Rubik does not provide much damage, so he's kind of getting a free game to just enable himself to play in the enemy side of the map. And always just constantly go on, nothing to say.
Yeah, I like how he just whittles him down all the time to put that threat onto him.
Ooh, and if there was no Chen there, might have thought about it.
Up top. Big toss back on the Faith Beyond.
The Eidolons, they're burning him down bit by bit. Turns around with the Viper Strike, but Mira is dropping low. It is going to be enough. There's double sentries down. They don't quite see him yet, but they will on the other side. Nothing to say there. Coil onto two. Danger, danger. They toss him out to break the coil, but it gets him out alive. That's what they needed. And down bottom.
But look at this. He was expecting that the TP had come.
This is not good. Gets the Phantom Rush away. Ame still with the chase, still with the hook. Needs to be careful. Does a little juke. And that gets him out such simple minds. All right, dude. You just got a hood. Hold on. Talk to me a little bit here.
It was a nice play for LGD to go top. They just finished the mech on the Chen, so that's probably their biggest timing right now. Viper's going for this Force Staff after the Midas. The Puck just got a Witchblade.
Popping around, catching that vision, and
still feeling 50-50 right now. Interesting. Oh, that's both of them. That's a good two to get, and Ame with the BKB right on top. Something tells me this 50-50 might be changing very quickly as they lose the PL and the Tiny.
You know, PL can be a pretty slippery hero, but not so much versus the Coil in a situation like that. He just had no options at all.
Just a really nice read. He knew where they were in the trees. He got the vision of them with the orb, and it was just a really nice play. Very fast. They caught them before they were out. Which, that's kind of been the name of the game for Spirit. They force LGD to go to them. They never TP early. They've
gone smoke now. They've been waiting a long time for the perfect fight. Is this it? It doesn't look that great to start. Mira in trouble. They hook. They connect for that kill. And the Shadow Blade in Toronto Tokyo can't find the right target. Has to just TP out. In the midst of all of this madness, Pudge is dropping down pretty low there, but a Force Staff keeping Yatoro a little ways away. And they want to wait for that Aegis to expire. Still 18 seconds. TP's out. Looks for more. Do they decide to go in on this? It's too scary. They can't go for it. So in the end, it is just Mira that goes down.
This is a nice disengage. I got really worried. They had a sentry down. They caught Toronto Tokyo with the Shadow Blade that he just picked up. And he would just BKB TP'd out. And then, you know, PL is able to juke. And this Enigma, you can see how much both teams respect each other. The Enigma is always holding back. And at the same time, LGD, even Ame goes for like the blind hook up the high ground, just assuming where he's hiding. It's just really nicely played.
Yeah, I got very close on that one. Not quite able to grab it. So LGD keep their control of the map. That won't be the game-ending fight. Just
their games that Spirit play, they sort of wait back, they hold their position, and then they try and find that perfect moment when somebody makes mistakes. And I'm just not seeing LGD make mistakes. That really feels like it's the problem.
It certainly makes it a little bit more difficult, but we even saw it today versus Aster as well. The fights, there were about 3 different times where they just became standoffs. Where like each team recognized what the other one wanted, they were both there, and everyone just like backed away. And that just comes down to like having that great positioning and not wanting to go until you have the perfect vision situation here. And that's partially what Team Spirit are doing right now as they make their way through their own jungle, trying to get down these wards.
You can also see Force Staff with the Mage Slayer.
Ready to blink in again. Finds them all. Hello, everybody. I'm here. come say hi to me. The leash, but the black wall turnaround. Is it going to be good enough? They all walk into it. How did he get it all off? They try and bring him down. Is it going to be enough damage? Though Ame down to about half HP, but Toronto Tokyo already dead. Maposhka caught, silence, killed. Mira dead also. And Collapse tries to back away. Yadro, the one that's left standing amongst these cores. They buy back on the rest.
He won't die.
Dismembers there. The Grave. Maposhka got the TP back in. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. He needs to try and get away. It's too much damage. Punch stands tall. Ame, you're too scary.
It looks really good, but that's when his health is so high, the Midnight Pulse does percentage on your current health, so he just starts dying.
And that might just be it as they're running on into the base. No buybacks on any of these heroes for Team Spirit. Collapse. He's the only one left alive. LGD, they're going for the tier 4s. That's it. GG.
Levels up, because all their heroes are very level dependent.
And, I mean, part of it is, well, hold on.
Oh my God, no.
Thank you. Another one. Mira in trouble, gets the sidekick off before he goes down. Q, Snowball. This is going to be all the way onto Maposhka. Can they punish this as, Collapse is there. Boundless Strike, Viper Strike, all the strikes, and Q is dead. I mean, part of the reason for that level is you look at the last hits out of that laning stage, right? And it's so many denies, 18, 15,
don't look at
16.
Don't go there.
It's been rough. It's not really been, I mean, how often do you see 29 last hits on a Naga Siren this late into the game?
You know what's kind of painful too is that this is also a hero that suffers from XP at times because of being an illusion carry as well and spamming them around for the gold.
Trying to set something up here. The pushback onto Maposhka. That was well played by Nothing to Say, but they show up now. Toronto Tokyo trying to find something. He's very quick on the old Coddle, but the dagger eventually going to connect up to him. They have the sidekick. Trying to get the pushback. Maposhka gets denied by Roche. Sonic Wave to finish the Coddle. And Team Spirit, just a symphony of skills.
Do you want to run into the Viper? I don't think so.
No, I don't think that's the plan.
Mira's Papa's there to help out. They see him on the board as well. They say no thank you.
That was really nice. Arcana as well, so the Sonic Wave is not too long of a cooldown, but you can just see how, like, heavy Spirit's pressuring them right now. LGs kind of keep getting corralled in this, like, little tiny corridors.
Eggs can help with.
Smoke up with 4. They find Toronto Tokyo in the mid lane. Snowball blown up. It only takes a second. And that is the danger. Catch that Quap out of position and suddenly very quickly gonna die.
Maposhka drops a ward behind him here. Not caught, but could perhaps Naga Siren. Absolutely ridiculous.
Just farm. But now trying to fight. They find him. Random start, dispose, getting some separation, but the jump's there, the Hex is out, taking a lot of damage on Yadro, pops the BKB, tries to survive the grip, it catches on the Razor, he's dead. Can they find more? The Naga just outside of it, but they pull her in, the dispose is there, Ame falling, Ame dying, and Toronto Tokyo finding those juicy targets in the backline. LGD, they lose everybody.
What a Sonic Wave in the back from Toronto Tokyo. They don't know what hit them. They're trying to back up everyone in the Wukong's command and just blown sideways by Toronto Tokyo, and down the mid they go.
By LGD, and they're going to try and kick out any other heroes that are lacking behind from Team Spirit.
But Collapse.
They saw he had no TP in his inventory.
Yeah, Trickster, pretty good to get him out of that one. Gives him a little hi, how you doing on the way by. But tier 2 tower taken, outpost taken, map still held by LGD.
It is the end of the Aegis though. It's going to be expiring now for Ame, so be the next opportunity there for Team Spirit. He will, however, be replacing it with the Swift Link in that inventory slot though.
We can see another smoke up just as the Aegis expires. They want to get this kill.
Is under attack.
Haste, picked up by Y. Beyond runs in, dispose, throws it back there, trying to bring him down. The Link, it's the grip, it's everything. He's in some trouble now. Faithion, can he get out of the ring? With that healing coming out from the Song of the Siren, it's so strong. They try to bring him down, though. The Sonic Wave, not quite enough. It might have been if not for the healing, and they don't have another ring. Yadro tries to turn a couple more punches. Toronto Tokyo gets the blink out. Faithion, solo, Mira there, but the Grave is also there. They try and kill him off in the duration of it. He's still staying alive. Dazzle's been doing a ton, but it's not quite enough.
Now Yadro.
Razor dead, Marcy dead, Ame, he's in trouble. The rest of the team is in the pit waiting for him on the side. These totems, they're doing a good chunk, but the snowball safe, it's right there on top of him. Trying to bring him down low, but he gets out. The 4-step keeping him alive. He still lives through it. But this other Crave on his Q, Ame still trying to back away. They have the Will-O-Wisp up on there, keeping Mapochka out of the fight, and Collapse running out of mana, running out of damage. He also has to retreat. In the end, it's still just 1-for-1.
Both teams getting low on the resources as it ends. But
Up this hill.
well, nothing to say is leading.
They are right up the hill. Marcy caught. Nightmare. Try and get it off. Has the BKB. Needs to back out. Turns around with the Unleash, but dead. Has the buyback. Toronto Tokyo throws out one Sonic Wave. Round 2 coming in just a moment. Trying to bring down ZQ. It's doing a lot of damage though to the Quap with that Blade Mail out. Couple more punches are available.
Bounce back.
Reflects back. Still bringing down that Tusk lower and lower. Collapse. Not willing to go for the full commit. Shadows available if they need to use it, but on the other side, they found Mira, pops the BKB with the sidekick. Mapochka under control, the Hex is out. Needs to get up that cliff, but can't quite get there. Dropping with the Grave again from Y. He's always there. The grip, though, there's nothing to break that. Mapochka secures the kill. Ame's gone.
Now we have no TP.
He's Book of Shadows. He's in trouble. Oh, you're right. He can't get back into the fight. He needs a refresher. All that gold, and he can't TP to his team. That's not what they needed on LGD.
There's still more snowballs.
Still looking. Yeah, they get out. They need to go in and finish off this Roach potentially here. Or they just reset, wait for the fight.
This has lasted so long, there's another Wukong's back up though.
Unbelievable. These fights, just mass insanity. This game has gone the distance and a bit more than that.
ZinQ with 5,000 gold. Maybe we see this Axe.
He's running all the way home.
But it might not come soon enough.
What can they find here?
Gets recalled by the Coddle.
Roche is very low. Roche is very low, and Yadro wants to finish it. Drops the Wukongs. Say, come and deal with me. BKB there. ZinQ, like a madman, walks into the pit. The totem, the golem, doesn't he have enough? He goes in. He takes it. It's refresher. The Brave. He has it all. Aegis on the Collapse. That's going to be good for them. Team Spirit, they get 2. No ZinQ for 2 minutes. The Hex. It's on Inaga. Did they kill him up in time? Tries to miss it. Tries to survive the heal. It's not enough. Another Brave. But I don't think they have the damage. I don't think they can get him out. Can they do it? No. Yadro with the triple kill. Another lift up. Everybody's fine. Back and look at the throne. The throne is open. Team Spirit, they got to deal with their base. They're back with Toronto Tokyo. He's going to keep it alive.
Oh, that's
Ultra kill. Yadro. He's too strong. Fabian pops the refresher. Needs a BKB, but the Rapier. Yadro, God. Good to try and keep this alive and toss this back Y. Could be our first blood. Mira draws it on the Zeus, and that's almost Arcane Boots here at 6 minutes.
Oh, well, it won't be Faith Beyond this time. Someone else will get to claim it. Team Spirit, their first blood of the series.
Wow. Okay, so that Exorcism not working out too well for LGD, even with the Catapult Wave, as the good rotations came from Spirit.
Yeah, they did get the 1v1s though, right in those side lanes. So Naga Siren starting to catch up a little bit there. Faith Beyond pretty much guaranteed not to die.
Also, if you remember the last game, I know it was a long time ago, but the Naga's game was really bad. He was, I think, level 4 or 5 at the 10-minute mark.
Yes.
He was unable to take a lane, take any... What? Beastmaster.
Now, this is a nice kill if they can get it.
Nice vision.
Collapse under control. Have a jump, but can't do it. Mira didn't have the mana. Toronto Tokyo trying to find onto ZinQ Shaker. Mira right there. Hit with the enchant totem, but ZinQ will not be punished. So they make another good move, and that Earthshaker showing why it's so valuable.
I feel a little bad. The Timbersaw now is his free lane. He's level 6. Sven has to, you know, probably lead the lane.
Trying to find something here. Wise there with the Nightmare though.
Nicely played. Mira was hoping to get in range so he could go for the heavenly jump, but not going to happen.
And look at bot. Faith Beyond's just taking this tower by himself, and Yatoro can't even approach the lane to push it out.
Mapochka's actually going to TP down here now as well.
Right. Level 5 versus level 6. Mapochka running aggressively into Faith Beyond. Disruption. Nice. Is this going in for the all-in? Faith Beyond tries to TP out. If it's stacked,
one more.
Back up, not going to get it there.
Yeah, he knew. He knew he needed 5 charges, but he wasn't going to be able to get it, so tried that early pop before the regen would be in.
Nice play, kicks him out, but he was low mana. He's going to reset his resources, go back bot. And this bot tower...
When Timbersaw going in very far, are they going to turn onto him, actually? Toss back. They get the disruption. No hood for you. That is not going to be any active ability. Thunder God's Wrath and Faith Beyond goes.
Has so many heroes that can, if you walk into them, they'll catch you, and they can even catch you on their own. They have the Tiny with the Blink now. They have all the vision for Beastmaster and Roar. They have Shadow Demon, and it's kind of lackluster for LGD. Their goal with their draft was to take these towers with the Death Prophet really early and kind of just play the map with Naga. But because of the way Spirit defended this mid-tier 1, they're kind of stuck on their side of the map until probably the Shaker Blink.
Yeah, and now it feels like they're kind of waiting for Ame, where it's, you're supposed to be like kind of making time for the Naga side in a sense and like still progressing onto Team Spirit's side of the map, but now they actually need Ame to join in. They're going to be waiting for this Scotty to see if they can actually take some fights at that point.
Yeah, and Collapse is just at a free lane, or a free game rather. Yeah,
it's
in the jungle by himself. He got to the max axis, so the Naga counterpick didn't really matter. He's just been top. I think Mapochka's has kind of been bodyguarding him here, breaking all the smokes. And even he's not dying because of all the vision from the Hawks.
Yeah, it's funny. We've seen it so much from like an Enchantress or somebody who has this very stable body, but the fact that he can just stand there, spam poison, is always under a ward, is able to farm camps while just providing mana as well over to his Beastmaster. Like, this is a perfect combo. And if you try to initiate, try and get close to Mapochka, maybe you get disrupted or maybe you get turned around with a Demonic Purge.
The get-go.
Looks familiar.
Why? Found. It's not the real Naga Siren there. And Yadro gives up the chase instead.
Oh, Mapochka, he actually did find the real one right now. There's a toss in 2 seconds.
Do they have the damage, though? They have the ulti on him. Trying to burn through it. The root. He has another avalanche. Connects onto all of them. And the stun! Toronto Tokyo cleans up the kill. And they're going to take this tier 2 tower. Back
to the tower. Confidence with the vision in the tree line. Not worried about some sort of a TP there.
You know, LGD just does not look like they have the answers. And Team Spirit, they woke up after that game too. Not so sure about LGD as they are struggling to find any answers. Now falling 5k gold behind.
The hardest part is being able to walk into Spirit's trap. I think Beastmaster is one of these heroes you can't give a good start to. And you especially can't.
He jump, tries to get him away. Fissure. It's out. Ava, toss. Do they have the damage? No. He throws him away.
It took him a second there, you know. The cast time increase could be something.
No, but they just back out. And this is the type of play that I feel like LGD needed right now to get on the map and make some action happen. Unfortunately, it's with the EXO and no objectives.
Yeah, that's a little asterisk at the end, you know.
It's true.
The big question is whether the Naga is going to carry late game. He's going so many defensive items. He's going Scotty into a heart, and then eventually a nullifier. But I think even if the Sven notices this nullifier is being bought, if he buys a shard, it makes his Warcry unpurgeable.
That's right, yeah.
And this damage, the damage is going to start being low from LGD. This Timbersaw, I think, was actually probably the biggest year they needed for damage. Beastmaster's whole goal is just to keep auras. So when you get a Naga with a Radiance, you just add one to that.
Gonna kill off the dragon. Does not quite look like it. Thunder God's Wrath, he just backs away. Big old avalanche, the toss to follow. The BKB already used in CQ. I think that was another Echo Slam whip.
Oh, I love the D ward.
Can they do any more? BKB from Yadro turns on to nothing to say, trying to bring him down. Meanwhile, Ame finding that Tiny, the control coming from ZQ, but he just destroyed nothing to say. Yadro all over him. Faith Beyond looking for anything, something. LGD, where's this fight supposed to go? Toronto Tokyo barely lives from it. They jump on in, the brain sap, it's not enough. They walk back in, kill the Bane, they're all done. Jeez.
The jungle, it's because they know they're ahead, so even if you 50-50, you hit your timings faster.
Good stun. Yadro just getting absolutely chunked there by Ame. They're reloading in. Yadro TP's out immediately. ZQ rolls. Can't quite get there. Ame wanted to hit that tower, okay?
They see the relocate on top, though. They're setting up.
Oh, this would be nuts. There's also still a bait, though. They move on in. Boat down onto the back line. Mira caught. Has a steal if he wants to use it. Pulls back in. Io stun. Do they have enough damage? Yadro is right in the midst of all of them. Starting to stack it up, but with Collapse already dead. Sonic Wave, it's not gonna be there. Why just heals everybody back up? The Chen heal is looking pretty good. Ame, he has dropped very low though. And Toronto Tokyo cleans it up with a double kill. Maybe this is better than I thought. The plasma field hit onto both of them. LGD, they're in too far. We've seen this story before. How did it go so wrong?
The sustain from the Chen, he just picked up that.
So they have the rough. Yadro strong, jumps in, finds one, collapse on the Faith Beyond, trying to bring him down in the duration of that BKB. Can Yadro find him and chase him? The slow is there. Oh, the interrupt though. They get on Toronto Tokyo, so Yadaro stays on Fabian, gets the kill. On a killing spree, the slow, steady burn down. Nothing to say, starting to fall. They kill off Toronto Tokyo. The trade so far is 2 for 1, but it's the Aegis for Spirit.
You can see the damage that LGD has if they survive.
Right, that's a good one to fight. They get him right at the start. That's the save. That's everything. They try and blow him up. Torn too, but why? He gets away. The back is there. ZQ down low, rolls out. Why dead? But it's already 2 dead on Team Spirit.
They're putting a lot of faith in the Agnum's Bristle to Sonic Wave just the IO, saying that's our big damage now.
They caught the quad.
And with no BKB, that's a little bit of a problem. Can they bring her down? Gets the blink out and trying to escape from that. The Tidebringer connects, does have another blink up in a second. And Toronto Tokyo goes north.
Pretty sneaky.
Are fortified.
Just a little, like not enough damage for this IO. He gets the Holy Locket off. He didn't have the mech in the fight. So next fight, it's going to be even more healing.
That's actually terrifying.
He's right in the fog until his team's ready.
And there they are. Faith beyond the first one down. Jumps in, gets the fall, no link off. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo finding wide, trying to kill him off in time. It's not quite looking at it. Stolen both though. So they're going to have their own version of the rough. Pulls it back in with that X and the Bristle back. Starting to take up that damage. And now he's got the run buff. But will it be enough? Yadaro living through it all. Yadaro doing too much damage and collapse. He's coming online. A couple more controls. Do they have it? They pull back in that Bristle. Can they kill him? No! Yadaro lives. The stolen boat. They won the fight and the taunt comes out. BKB there, and Ame just forced to try and TP out of there, dropping some items in front of him. Drop forward and ahead, and gets dunked. Collapse finds him. Just a bit too far forward, and that might be enough to maybe even get the roach. We'll see. Toronto Tokyo, Sonic Wave already out, misses onto everybody.
Zoning.
Zoning, yeah, just zoning. Making a little bit of space there as they head into the pit.
Unfortunately for ZenQ, he just finished the BKB. He didn't get it off because he got lifted during the roll, and now he has no buyback for the road.
They're right back in here. Refraction's still set here on that Razor.
Looks for it, but it's too late.
Everything's on the ground.
It's all in there. They're ready for it. They get the Aegis. Faith Beyond. Caught bullet to save. Why? Was right there. Can they get back in to defend this? Toronto Tokyo gets the cops the BKB. Trying to chase this fight so separated though. They're just gonna have to send back the IO. No, they come back with both. Faith Beyond's ready to fight. He doesn't care. Goes into all of them. Gets the Linko to collapse the BKB, but it's not looking good. He gets torn apart.
Oh, they don't even need the cheese.
They do have the buyback though if they need it from him. Buyback already came from Mira and Spirit surrounded. Ame dead. 2 minutes on the sidelines with no Chaos Knight.
Something about Team Spirit is best of 5s.
And leaving the cheese, they just don't want it. They never need it. They leave behind all the time.
They just cannot be stopped here as they run forward. 2 minutes without Ame's haters. Where are you now, Toronto Tokyo? Will not be stopped in game, will not be stopped typing as they run on into the fountain day near. Toronto Tokyo jumps on in, finds nothing to say, brings them down. Chen is gone though. ZQ found the back line. Do they have enough? I don't think so. Toronto Tokyo still very low on mana. Faith Beyond chasing him down, wanting to get that kill, but can't quite get him.
Oh, that's an Axe Berserker's call.
Big old jumped in, finds ZQ. Toronto Tokyo still lives through all of it. 70 seconds until Ami. Can they wait that long? Yadaro, he doesn't want to play anymore. Trying to finish this off. Wants to end the DPC, wants to end the major. He wants victory now.